charts light my way. Levels form my own straight. NASDAQ futures on display. I don't chase trades, I just obey.
What is good, friends? Let's see if we can get a green there. So it's been a little bit of a rough week for me. Not the best trading behaviors, I'd say. Happens though. Happens. What I'm gonna do to get back in the groove of things, $6,000 a drawdown. Need to make 11,000. We got 10 trading days to complete it, or we need to at least trade for 10 days. We can have a maximum positive day of like $3,300, which is way more than enough. Gonna trade this with a $1,500 drawdown, with a $500 risk per trade. I just need to be less aggressive with my stops. Just put them a little bit further away. Don't be too greedy to be catching those big R trades. And it is a thing. So for example, if I were to go along here, just put it below the low instead of trying to squeeze more out of it. Just keep it at the low and just make some money. Get some green days in. Don't make money and don't try to be right, if that makes sense. It's more important to make money on the trade you want to take. Be right, but be right. Don't try to over precise the entry because you wanna, or I wanna be in with more contracts to have more of a squeeze in the P&L. I haven't been trading properly the last 2 days, so kind of just want to make it more easy on me. Get in the trade, put the stop a little bit further away, let it breathe. Just make 1R, 2R. Not be looking for example, what I'm talking about is here. So for example, this would be 1R. This would be a great take profit, 1.5, maybe 2, right? But I would be looking at it like this. Try to be right more, and then I would be here at 3R. Is it really worth that 1R in this example here to put your stop at a spot where price is very likely still to retest, instead of just put it on the low and just leave it? And right, that's my goal for today, or this week, for the rest of the week, especially in this evaluation I will do. Right. Yo, what's up? Johnny, if I even pronounce that right. Right. We got like 15 minutes, so as good as any time to go over a profile. So profile wise, obviously yesterday we had that huge gap where price then eventually chopped on the low side, you could say. I'd say not really having a follow through on closing the gap or continuation down, basically dropping, consolidating, which what we are still doing at the moment. So yeah, above prior range high here. The obvious move is the gap close, and below would be more of a, yeah, I'd be looking at that weekly here, the high volume zone here with the POC. If she continues, that would be a nice push towards that level. Might just mark that out though. Nice little bright color. Weekly puck, weekly naked puck. Those like to be revisited at one point in time. But this could stay inside of this range too. I'm not sure if this, let me see. Let me see. Is there news? Do we get news? Top of the hour, new home sales. Trump speaks. That's never a good thing, but that's going to be around lunchtime. Not too worried about that. Tomorrow we got PCE, which is going to be an interesting one. Somewhat of a market mover. And then Michigan sentiment on Friday. Is the market going to wait for those numbers? Maybe. Maybe not. See what we got here. Daily wise. Not much has changed really, because we're still down low here, consolidating. Same thing though, if you start trading below the low here, I'll be looking for 29,000 overall, or that weekly puck on the profile of the 4 hour, which is going to be the same level at 29,100. So that's going to be, if she sells off, that's going to be my take that where she's going, and then see what's going on when she hits that level. If she at all sells off from here, and on the high side here, this white level weekly swing point is prior weekly low. So if you start regaining that level, that would mean we're regaining yesterday's high, last week's low. Then the potential becomes for price to retest that structure. Overall, I'll be looking for the direction of the gap close here, where she sold off from. But I initially see what happens here at the 150s. If she gains that, then I'll be looking for the gap close. At the same time, she could just be doing what she's been doing the whole time. It's consolidating. Yesterday, trying to sell off, not having follow through. Try to push up, not follow through. I mean, it's looking more heavy than, yeah, I call it consolidating. So for the hourly to be bullish, she has to, for me, regain that 860 level here, top of that structure. Basically created somewhat of a failed auction here. Looks good for a move to the downside if I would put money on it. If she starts trading against these levels here, 600s, might be a quicker flush. Yeah, hourly looks heavy, but we are consolidating, so I don't want to be... Looks good for a potential move to the low side, and then see what happens here. This could just bounce again and stay range bound, consolidating. Not sure why my DEEPDOM is not having the ability to connect to earn to trade. Something's wrong with my connection. I have no clue what it is. So it's not going to be a level 2 for some reason. Yeah, no idea. No idea. and then on a 15-minute, like this is what I use for my initial buys here. Yeah, it's gonna be somewhat of a range. Yeah, technically I should pick the lowest low here. Because this obviously is consolidating. Morning U. The most obvious thing would be same thing as yesterday. I kind of did the same yesterday. The levels are kind of the same. I think yesterday the level was around here. I think because it was the overnight low. I kept pushing on the open. I could wait for those levels to get hit and then see what happens here. As the same as here. If you trade above, the probability is there for continuation. I like the longs until she fails and drop back into, and then the trade becomes to the other side. Same as here, that played out. I was not trading well, not using this as my narrative. I mean, I could have made money if I wasn't messing with my stops too much. It's definitely something I'm gonna be working on today. But nonetheless, upon open, if I would have a clear, really defined idea that price is heavy. So for example, if I look at a 1 hour, what I just did, and I think there's a high probability that we will hit the low side and see what happens here. I could use these levels as magnets. It's one of my setups is a SSP magnet upon open. If they are naked and they're not touched, and I see a setup, because these are like liquidity lines, it likes to visit those, sweep them, and then see what happens here, right? So that could be a trade, could be a one and done. Or if things are like unclear, I could wait and see what happens here. Do we sell off and continue, same as on the top side, or do we get back into that range, and then a setup to the other side of the range would be valid for me? Then this would be a failed auction, liquidity sweep, whatever you want to call it. At the moment, it's anyone's game. I think the hourly looks heavy. Hourly might revisit the lows here, but yeah, this is very range bound. And overall, the hourly too is not having any direction, so it's gonna be an interesting one again today.
Mic check 1 2.
Screen glow in the pre-market hours. Dime lit up like a neon tower. Big ass spread like a razor's edge. I don't gamble, I just hedge. Level 2 data, tape rate clean. Jake's bot whispers what the gamma means. Deep charts painting the liquidity. I trade the flow with surgical precision. No hunches, no love.
It's a really weird thing why my DEEPDOM doesn't want to connect. Let me see what my connection is doing. I didn't change anything, and all of a sudden it's just not working anymore. Anyone else using DEEPDOM having the same issue? It's telling me my username and password is wrong, but that is not the case. Look here, that hourly, I really want that low. And at the same time, if the market opens up here, if that's going to be the target, I'd rather wait for price to hit that level and see what happens. That's very likely what I'm going to do too.
drawn while the weak stay at home. Orderflow speaks in the language I know. Deep charts whisper where the big money flows. Tick by tick, I read between the lines.
I still got 5 minutes here.
Catching all the signs. No FOMO plays, I just wait my turn while these rookies burn. Watch the candles churn. I don't chase trades, I let the setup come. NASDAQ futures like a loaded gun. Live on YouTube, see the algos run. Money moves silent when the track gets sprung. Liquidity pools with a shark.
Oh, gold is down 4%. Damn.
Smell the greed. Gamma exposure like a chessboard game. Checkmate moves when the VIX goes insane. Tick tock, market clock never lies. Bid ass spread tells me who's gonna die. No second guesses when the tape don't lie. Either get right or get left behind. I don't chase trades, I let the setup.
Stream delay. There might be slight delay, like the usual YouTube 3 second, 5 second delay. I don't know. I'm not sure how much it is.
Stream goes dark, but the place stay lit. Morning.
If that's what you're meaning.
G on the flow with the traders with. Charts don't lie, just follow the script.
I mean, I think I looked at gold yesterday with someone that did look very heavy.
Pre-market scan, I'm locked in the zone. Levels get drawn while the weak stay at home.
Oh man, that's gonna be the worst. Don't do what I do. Don't copy trade it.
Tick by tick, I read between the lines. Gex by humming, catching all the signs. No
I haven't been trading properly like the past 2 days, so
burn, watch the
I wouldn't do that.
chase trades, I let the setup come. NASDAQ futures like a
I got good ideas, but that doesn't mean I'm managing my trade properly like I should.
money moves silent when the track gets sprung. Liquidity pools where the sharks are feed. Dom shows the pain, I can smell the greed. Gamma exposure like a chessboard game. Checkmate moves when the VIX goes insane. Tick tock, market clock never lies. Bid ass spread, tell me who's gonna die. No second guesses when the tape don't lie. Either get right or get left behind. I don't chase trades, I let the setup come.
I really wish my freaking DEEPCHARTS.DEEPDOM would work.
Live on YouTube, see the algos run. Money moves silent when the trap gets sprung. Stream goes dark, but the place stay lit.
Such a weird thing.
G on the flow with the traders with. Charts don't lie, I just follow the script.
You go shopping? Right, sir. You have a good time there. It looks heavy. I think it went down, but I'm not gonna put anything on it up on open. And even if it drops, I kind of should anticipate that it wants to keep it range bound, because that's what it is until it really proves it wants to go down. These 15-minute entries, dude, Jesus. Sometimes I think I just need to freaking trade a higher time frame, dude. This is... Sometimes it's too easy to read. It's just is where do you put your stop? So already hitting those lows on the 1 hour. So this is basically where I want to see reject from to the downside to play the short side. At the same time, this is still the low of like consolidation. At the same time, super hard sell-off. This could continue. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. At the same time, if she starts regaining this level, it's going to be a move towards highs here. It's very nice of you, Nasdaq, to just rip it up.
Ask me how I'm living, I'm telling them great. Ask me how I did it, I'm telling them grace. Yeah, hey, ask me how I did it, I'm telling them.
So now this is starting to look like a failed auction on that level on the hourly.
Ask me how I did it, I'm telling them grace.
I'll be looking for high side here. It's already there.
I keep running on out of shape. Need a hero, go sign a cake. New me, no time to waste. Look at me and see I don't play. I keep running on out of shape. Need a hero, go sign a cake. Hey, no need for the B-roll. I was masked up and no hero. Breakfast in the morning, it was cereal and an E-bro. That boy keep going in, I can't let it go but get lethal. Watch how I'm showing it from JFK down to Heathrow again. I gotta keep going and I beat the Rico again. I'm going beast mode again, keep flowing and keep knowing it. I arrive and keep blowing it. Five aside that ball's going in man each time. I never blow it, I'm in my prime. Ask me how I'm living, I'm telling them great. Ask me how I did it, I'm telling
Using some volume spread analysis too. It's never a bad thing to see where the aggression is in the market. Turn down the music a little bit, huh? Oh boy. Someone was trying to get into the momentum of it. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. I'm out. Good on that. I'm looking for the 750s to hold here. If this thing starts failing here, I'm not gonna be a fan. This freaking range bound shit. Like a little 90-point candle. I still like the move to up. There's just not that much meat on the bone for the closest target. This is brutal, dude. 50-point candles here.
Pre-market scan, I'm up before the sun. Level 2 data, see the money start to run. Orderflow patterns like a symphony I conduct. Why these amateurs still stuck on fundamentals and such? NASDAQ futures, I'm the king of this game. Deep charts flashing, not know every name. Jack's bot whispers where the gamma's gonna squeeze. Live on YouTube, watch me bend these markets with ease. Dark pool prints, I read them like a book. Liquidity zones where the algos get shook. Sweet the ass when the delta's too thin. Why these retail traders still trying to log in? NASDAQ futures, I'm the king of this game. Deep charts flashing, not know every name. Jack's bot whispers where the gamma's gonna squeeze. Live on YouTube, watch me bend these markets with ease. Tick by tick, I'm painting the tape. Smart money moves, no room for escape. When the BX spikes, that's when I feast. While the hedgy scrambling.
Kind of want to see this structure hold though.
Another green day. P&L statement looking like Broadway. From the pit to the screen, I evolve with the times. 50-cent flow, but I'm stacking these dimes.
This is somewhat a no trade zone for me, I think. Where is it? Where is it? Jesus. Oh, wrong box. Something like that. I just wait for price to get back above or below. Definitely not a fan of the rejection of that blue line here. The 750s.
Charts light my way. Levels form my own straight. NASDAQ futures I just obey.
Going for the lows, Nasdaq. It's gonna be a quick move. If you start pushing the 630s here. It should rinse down to yesterday's low fairly quick now. We shot my level 2 here. It would be very interesting to see what the levels are here. That would be awesome. Doesn't want to do it, huh? Still the level 2 gain to keep it range bound on an hourly. Well, Nasdaq keep her range bound. We'll start trailing if I get the opportunity for it. Kind of want to give it a little bit of room to breed. Yeah, that's something I want to hold on to right here, right now. Jesus. That was the close of the 15-minute. Nice. She had to come back, huh? She had to come back. It would make sense though if this is consolidation, this is a range, this is a low side of the range. It would make sense for price to go back up here. This would be the invalidation point. If she starts losing these lows, then she would be looking really weak. Overall structure on that 15 minutes still to the downside. Which is why I wouldn't break even fairly quick. Like, revisit it again. I would have, if I wasn't to get stopped out break even here, I would have been stopped out break even here or there. Like, for sure. Just trying to think if it makes sense to flip it short. It's not the setup I want to see to go short. Hitting the lows from yesterday. It's going to be a key point here. Now she's going to give it away what she wants to do. If she stays under this heavy, if she sweeps and starts regaining, I'll be looking for a move back up to those levels, upper levels. This could still be just a new low and then trade back into the consolidation. I'm just not a fan of freaking 100-point candles on a 1 minute. This is why I get trapped so much, because I want to get in earlier, even without the confirmation. I need the confirmation to close above, and then use the prior candle here as the entry. But now the stop is like freaking nearly 100 points. Nasdaq, feel me? Fucking hell, man. You serious, dude? Serious? You fucking serious? It had to create the fucking tiniest fair value gap in the whole world to fucking not fill me? Jesus. There's something to be said to just enter on the close. This is ideal trade location for a long if I could get it from an expected value perspective. This could be a quick move up now too, to the other side of the range. Damn, we've been cruising. Jesus. This was a perfect one though. Failed auction on the 1 minute. Failed auction on a daily. This is ideal trade location. Risk to reward wise. Just gonna have to give some patience for potential retests without being greedy to follow. Just following instruction on the 1 minute here. Get the opening price. If price retest this level, still be looking good. At the same time, there's no direction in this market at the moment. This could just be here too, but I gotta give it her the benefit of the doubt for it to try to gain current high of days. I'm just not feeling frisky enough to just long here. I want to see the retest. I want to see volume.
Check 1, 2. Streaming live from the hidden booth. Screens glowing in the dark, where the real sharks make they mark. Monday through Friday grind. Yeah. Deep charts up on the main screen flicking. Orderflow patterns thick like the tension. Watching that delta spike like a heartbeat jumping. Big trades coming in, feel the money pumping. Volume profile, paint the picture clear. See where the weak hand shed a tear. Option flow, whisper secrets loud and true.
Yeah, especially I like it above failure high from the first 15 here to the highs.
Fulfilling every greed, track the webs. See where they swimming before the herd even knows.
I kind of want to go along here, but
Monday to Friday, can't miss a beat. Deep charts tools, see the order flow bleed. Big trades calling, fulfilling the need. Delta screaming, volume, profiles deep. Options flow secrets, the promises I keep. From the shadow, watch the market weep. This ain't no playground, this game I read. Break down the levels, set the trap.
I want to see the opposite. I want to see a red bubble on the bottom. I want to see sellers. Oh, they really want it, huh?
Liquidity zones where the battles commence. We position early, building the defense. The check going wild, but the focus stay cold. Reading the tape, watching the story unfold. This ain't no hobby, just the street apply. Financial
Not a fan.
nowhere to hide. The stream is live, the knowledge is power. Watch the clock tick, minute by hour. Profile hideout, volume spikes, delta grows, options shift, deep charts love.
Yo, Vomit, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? You trading the overnight? You've been trading the chop? Alright, so this is something I was worried about for a retest against that level. Again, huge candles, man. These are like 70-point candles. Which is fine. I shouldn't be focusing too much on the size of it. Let's see if we can start creating here somewhat of a higher low structure. That would be ideal. Not pushing too far. There's some volume here, so let's still find that price trades towards those high volume levels. Yeah, this is the level to gain. See, like the big aggression in the sellers, high volume node outside of value. If this one pops, that's kind of a very obvious move towards the highs here. If that sets up. I might give it one try here if it really does it. Just watching it. Doesn't look like she wants it. Hourly still looks heavy, but we kind of swept the lows here at the same time. Got big range vibes. That 15-minute looks really messy and heavy at the same time. This is the level to be gained for the 15. What kind of close is this? What kind of close is this? There's no momentum. I should not be playing it like this. Should wait for the close. Or at least trade under 30 seconds in the candle and still trade above. This is too early. This is how I've been getting trapped past 2 days, anticipating the move, talking about it the whole time, and then getting a weird close, not the one I'm looking for. Then price wicks above these levels, gets me long. I put my stop down low here, way too tight, stops me out, and then goes. So let's try and be a little bit more smarter today about it. Buyers stepping in. Shall I join? Punished hard. That's what you get for not waiting for the close. Down 1R. I really did like the whole idea, and then buyer stepping in. Yeah, they tricked me. Not gonna lie there. Wait for the close. Kind of want to wait it out here. Don't want to trade inside of here, I think. If it confirms up, potentially for a long. If it confirms down, potentially look for shorts. It's just a little bit of a anything could happen zone, I feel. Does look heavy. Like those big buyers here are getting rejected, which would be the level 4 price to sell off from.
Yo, Mike, check 1, 2. Streaming live from the hidden booth. Screens glowing in the dark where the real sharks make they mark. Monday through Friday grind.
I just think there's more meat on the bone to the long side than to the downside at the moment. Or she crashes down a little bit, then there would be more meat on the bone to the downside. But here,
See where the weak hand shed a tear. Options flow, whisper secrets, loud and true. This ain't no game, son, this what we do. From the hideout, encrypted feed, planting seeds, fulfilling every greed. Track the whale, see where they swimming. Before the herd, even knows they winning. Profile hideout, live streaming the heat. Monday to Friday, can't miss a beat. Deep charts too, see the order flow bleed. Big trades calling, fulfilling the need. Delta screaming. Volume profiles deep, options flow secrets. The promises I keep from the shadow. Watch the market weave, this ain't no playground. This game I read. Break down the levels, set the trap tight. See the imbalance bathed in the screen's light. Gamma exposure, yeah, we track that too. Know the pressure points before the move is through. Liquidity zones where the battles commence. We position early, building the defense. The chat
it's freaking still rejecting that level there.
reading the tape, watching the
Retest or no retest? If this goes straight up, I'm going to be starting to enter on sell on closes or buy on closes. Price is stuck, really. At this point, it's really anticipating it way too much that she will go retest those. Like super easy to get trapped again here. Again. And once again, this freaking weather in Belgium, man. Fucking heat wave. It's crazy. Trap it, buyers. Yes, but when she's consolidating, it's getting really dangerous to look at those. Yeah, 50 minutes still heavy. Thing is, it swept. It's retesting current that structure it sold off from. It's unable to gain it. It's unable to sell off from it. If I look at the 15, I would say down until we start closing above 700s here. Then I'll be looking for more up. Just giving it some time here. There's no rush to get chopped up. Maybe grab a cup of coffee. Would that be a thing? Or would I miss it? Damn, the 4 hour did close really bad though. I mean, really bad. Closed bad. Not really, really bad, but bad. Same as on the 1 hour. We're getting like closes to the low side. These are very bearish candles with bearish closes. But at the same time, we just swept the range. We were unable to continue. So it's tricky. It's tricky. Until we lose 630s, 600s really. It's a really big bummer that you didn't came to film me on this one. Would have been a nice one. I mean, this one had a huge top, but this would have been at least a 1 hour. 1 hour. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee. I'll be back in a few minutes though. This one has like 4 minutes to close. I need to see it close with a higher time frame inside of this and then potentially look for scalps up. Longing here, yes, the idea might be valid, but I might be getting chopped up before it happens, and I don't want to be doing that today. So be back in a few. Grabbing some coffee.
Monday morning, screens glow cold. Nasdaq opens, stories unfold. Orderflow charts, the truth they hold. Watching money rivers flow, bold. Delta pressure building heat, volume spikes like heart attacks beat. This concrete jungle, take a seat with fortune made of face defeat.
Nice, there's a heat wave, and I'm drinking coffee.
Monday to Friday, no escape. Nowhere, volume profile shape my face. Options screaming till the
This thing closed heavy though. I mean heavy. It's not going anywhere. Well, it's not closing bullish either. Now I'll be looking for the next level down, using the open the closes of that structure. Chart's getting a little bit cluttered though. This is gonna be the move. Damn, man, I need to get my gigs levels back up. And my freaking level 2 needs to work. All right, putting a little poll in the chat. Curious to see what the answers are. This could be the dump right here, right now. Not something I want to short, but the stop is clearly defined. Momentum is defined. Just trying to buy it. This could be a real quick one. I really like those, but I'm down on the day 1R, so I'm not able to gamble it here. It would be wrong real quick though. Especially now, buyers trying to step in. If she keeps pushing down, that's looking real heavy. This is gonna be a move. This is what I like to see. Buyers step in, price selling off at a level where the lows are very obvious. She gonna do it. There you go. I really like those plays. Seen that so much, this part. Yes, that fails, obviously, like anything fails in trading, but yeah. I'll be looking down now, really. Like everything is really pointing down now, especially if we keep rejecting IB low, prior range low. It's gonna be those two levels. This would be really brutal, and it could be that this is going to turn into a failed auction. I should give it the benefit of the doubt for the downside here. Lots of sellers getting absorbed though. Oh really? Mohammed. Oh really? Are you sure of that? It's starting to look like a failed auction to me. But yeah, not something you could catch for a retest. This thing's just gonna fly, it seems. For a long, this is ideal trade location. Ideal. This was just too quick. Not really set up. Like this could still be a retest of this balance. This POC. Price going out of balance, coming back, retesting, and then go. If I would have catched the long, I would have wanted to be long already against these levels with my stop and entry, something like this. Don't want to enter here for longs. For longs, I'll wait now for price to regain more. I think this could still be a retest for down too, so gotta favor the longs here though. Damn, I think drinking coffee in a heat wave is not the smartest thing to do. Could also just potentially wait for price to close structure above that blue line here, and then look for, or if price wants to go long, that would be a thing to do. Well, trend is down, yes, but if you look at the 1 hour here, that's not really a trend. This is consolidating. Yes, the pressure is down, but we're unable to continue to sell off. This could turn into a failed auction where these lows need to be rejected. And then price can go very quick back up to the high side of the range. Do some more business up. Yeah, at this point, it looks like a failed auction. Yeah, I wouldn't want to short this at the moment. And also, obviously, everything is super heavy. We're trending down. You're very right about that. But as a scalper, I need to be right in the next 2 minutes. Not what's going to happen over the price closes end of day. So that's also something to keep in mind. It's like even on a 1 minute, you're gaining levels. bullishly. For me to get short, it has to fail and create the same structure to the downside again. At this point in time, this is not something you want to, or I want to short against it. Let's see what the 30-minute IB. So from a 30-minute IB, we didn't close below. You could say auction is down from that 30-minute and then retest towards that POC, which is right here. The value area low. It's very valid for continuation down. Like this whole area. But as you can see, this is where the bulk has been traded. This is where the balance zone is creating failed auctions. Here and here. And obviously here. But I want to see price push up. Then see potential setups alongside. Out of the balance, pushing out of balance. It's a very difficult session to play though. Even more so than yesterday, I think. Even though there's a little bit more failed auctions on the chart than yesterday. I do really like it because we're gonna close in 1.5 minutes on the 15. Then this would be looking really, really, really good for potential moves towards the highs here. This could just go nowhere. Just one good trade that would be nice. Will she provide? Not the biggest fan though of I need to see sell aggression, I need to see buy aggression. I need to get filled. I need to get filled, NASDAQ. God damn it. Gotta be freaking shitting me. I mean, should I be more aggressive? Should I just mark? I mean, I could have marked the order in. Let's see what we got here. Only 5 votes. Everyone voted. Everyone in the poll, just answer the question pretty quick. somewhat of a 50-50 at the moment. So again, this was kind of a my marketing. What do you should market in? What do you mean? You should market in how many points are you actually saving with market orders? It's not about saving, it's more about getting filled, as in I would enter, it's around the same place. Like this is way too far, right? Upon close, like this is just way too far from that structure. That doesn't make much sense. If that's what you're getting at. I just need to get more into patience. I need to wait for the closes more. But at the same time, you get stuff like this where she runs. At the same time, I had one earlier too. CJ, like here, like put my stop above the top of that candle on the wick. It's just 1 point or like whatever. Doesn't fill it and then goes. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm missing. Just bad luck of not getting filled, or yeah, I don't know.
Monday lights up the screen again. Numbers dance in the neon glow. Loading up the charts so fast. Watching where the big trades go. Gamma exposure flashing red. Orderflow like a tidal wave. Gex spot hums its silent tune. While the profile tries to hide away. Deep in the charts we ride. Numbers burning bright. Monday comes, the game's alive. Big trades in the night. Algorithms whisper low. Signals pulse in the afterglow. Tracking every spike and dive. Where the gamma likes to flow. The screen's a sea of green.
Oh, someone's freaking muted. All right, nice. So like on ticks, like how you still trade, you usually buy on close, which guarantees you the fill. It's just a buy on close. Here is just, I mean, this is freaking 50 points probably. Could have put my stop halfway, but I just want to give it somewhat of room.
Deep charts on their coded ode. Till the next week starts the show. Monday comes and we all know.
Can we gain it? This is the level to gain. Kind of want to give it to the time for it to try to push it. Kind of want to see it push from here though.
watch the weak ones walk. 92 BPM thumb, feel the baseline now. NASDAQ secret
Juice.
Monday's cold open, caffeine in my vein.
They're really gonna keep it that tight.
Close pain, pre-market whispers, volume paints the frame. Find the zones where the big boys play the game. Delta's telling tales where the money's lane. Bull trap a breakout, gotta read the chain. Mark my spot where the liquidity drains. Risk it all in this pressure, no one to blame. Candles flicker, red to green, back again. Hold my breath till the signal hit my brain. First trade of the week, gotta stake my claim. NASDAQ's alive, futures call my name. NASDAQ my war zone, Monday through Friday fight. Orderflow my rifle, aim is sharp and tight. Volume paints the picture, show me wrong or
It's getting absorbed both sides. A high side of the range. I'm not a fan of this. I do like the squeeze, but
fade from sight. This ain't no dead job, this a different life. NASDAQ my war zone, futures cut the knife.
squeezing. Kind of need to go break even on this one.
Gotta know the flow. Option spike heavy. Who pulling the rope? Hedge or slaughter. Gotta read the code.
Like it's getting absorbed here. It's retested. I want to see it go. If it doesn't, I don't want to be in it.
Gotta make it fold. Or cut the loss quick. Stay in control. Delta split, the hidden truth unfolds. Bulls and bears clash.
Bars stepping in here, just getting absorbed again.
Whisper where the sharks patrol. This ain't just numbers, it's a blood stain. In my war zone. Monday through Friday fight. Orderflow my rifle, aim it sharp and tight. Volume paints a picture, show me wrong or right. Delta got the secrets playing in my sight. Options flow like venom.
Yes.
In the night, big move, make the cash, small ones fade from sight. This ain't no deja, this a different life. NASDAQ my war zone, futures cut the night. Sleepless eyes blue to the globe.
I don't even want to be in it, dude.
Market's cold, no heart to show.
Jesus. Any other day, probably she pops that level.
Future cold, volume scream, the truth untold. Delta shift,
I think I'm done for today, man. This is freaking impossible.
means only time will know. Friday's final bell, echoes in the pit. Did I win the week, or just take the hit? Volume print show where the big hand sit. Delta split where the order split. Options expire. Did I navigate? Count the score.
In freaking possible.
Screens glow in the midnight hour. Numbers dance, feel the market power.
Damn, YouTube really needs to freaking stop
On the deep charts dreams, trading dreams in
translating everything.
beams. Camera rise and feel the heat. Bid and ask in rhythm beat. Liquidity is calling loud. Money moves in the
VWAPs.
crowd. Big trades coming, feel the flow. Nasdaq futures, watch them grow. Give away time, the streams alive.
Still a normal pullback towards that structure. But yeah, we are freaking chopping, so only thing that I noticed from the VWAP is that this is freaking flat. This VWAP itself though. Kind of want to be done, dude. It's freaking too hot to trade. Dying here. No, I'm not using a VWAP anymore. It's a good indicator though. It's a very good indicator. Yeah, market condition is very annoying. It's heavy, it's consolidating. It looks like it wants to sell off, but it's not. Yeah, with those big moves in the Asia session, and then like yesterday, like smartest thing would be for me to just probably call it quits for the day. Not sure. There's way better days. There is easier days to trade. Had some good setups though. Which one is the best, motive wave, motive wave, or deep charts? Well, I couldn't tell you because I am not experienced with motive wave. I'm not at all. I'm really not sure. I wish I could help you with that answer, but I can't. Oh, it's not always like that. Wouldn't. I do got the heat map. I got it. I'm not able to freaking connect to it. I'm not sure what's going on here. Like it's telling me my credentials are wrong, but I didn't change the thing. Everything's set up right. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Is it a need? No. I think it's something that could distract you much. It's really not a must to have. I could just use the bubbles here and see the same thing ish. The problem with the heat map is that let's say at the moment there would be like a big order here, right? It's very easy to get married to the idea that price, if you look for longs, that price will hit that level, and then price doesn't go and you get chopped out before that even happens. And at this point, we're just getting a freaking 100-point candle to the upside. I mean, 100 points, 70 points, 70 points. Still a lot though, but just how do you freaking... I don't want to enter on something like this. Atas, I installed it, but I haven't got to the point where I could use it. But I think Atas is a very good... I think Atas is the better one to get. If you like Orderflow and how Fabio Valentini trades and such, with the big trades and the bubbles and all that, I think Atas is a good, very good option. Well, from my experience using Bookmap, I've used it a lot. Like this is what I'm telling you, like it will give you, it's easy to get it's it's easy to get married to an idea, like I just explained. If you see like a big order here and then you get FOMO because you want to see that level, there's a lot of things that happen with something like that. You have to get used to it. You have to like dial down the excitement when you see a heat map and extract the information that you use from it. It is very useful, but it's not really, I mean, it's not going to make or break your profitability. It's not going to make you a profitable trader at all. Like for example, sometimes it's useful. For example, when I'm long and I didn't got married to an idea of a level with a lot of orders, and for example my target is at the 840s here and I'm long, but I see this like huge liquidity 20 points, 20 points above, then I will move my target up, right? In those cases, it's useful, I feel, to squeeze somewhat more out of the market. But it's definitely not going to make or break you as a trader. Yeah, I think Atas is the other better order flow one. I think it's also a little bit less expensive. And now here on the daily, this is becoming really obvious that this is the failed auction. The move back to the upside of the range here. Yeah. Just very annoying to enter on, I feel. Just getting in the timing is wrong here probably. Could have went for the squeeze if she gained that level earlier. Like in here, this was exactly the thing I was looking for, the move when she gains that high volume node outside of value. Like I have like a short. It's one of my most. It is my most viewed short. It's doing really well. It's really weird, but high volume nodes. So this is value. This is a high volume node outside of value. Once price gains that level, and you see a setup, this move, like just this move, right? From that high volume node towards the high side of the range, this becomes very high probability and quick move. And then you could capitalize on that by putting yourself break even here and having a lot of room, and or to add or whatnot. But this is just, yeah, this is good. It's just a shame I could not capitalize on that one. At the same time, we're getting to the high side of it. We're already at the high side of the range here. Not the most fun trading days to trade. Right, so 60% has been trading more than 5 years. It's quite a time, huh? It's quite a time. Yeah, it's the combination of having the bias right, and the patience for the momentum. Like for example, this is a good example. You could be right in the direction. If I would have left my stop or put that stop here, I would have been wrong on the trade, but right on the direction. So there's way more to it than just having bubbles on your screen and all that, obviously. Are you up this month? Well, I'd say, where is it? I just restarted a challenge here today. 200k. I haven't been taking payouts this month. If that answers your question. Especially after days like yesterday and the day before. Just need to find my groove again. This one does need like 11k of profit. Able to trade 10 days though. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep you updated. And trading with a $1,500 loss on the day. Where's my other account? The question is, does it make sense to join here? Oh, crap. All right, long in the high of the day. Interesting. Buyer stepping in. They gotta take control here. So at this point, I kind of would like freaking level 2 to see if there's something still there. Don't want to see that buyer stepping in. They gotta keep control here. That's not good. Then you long the high of the day. I think I'm gonna call it quits, man. This it's been good today, I think. Wish I would have been green. Just kind of the point of today to be green. Apparently I'm not able to get green. Does someone know how to disable translation on my freaking chat? That's really annoying. Yeah, the thing was here on the hourly, the high side of that range. That was the one to be gained. And then the anticipation for a few wicks higher to be tested. Apparently she doesn't want to do that. Yeah, I will also like I will keep you guys up to date with that challenge. I'm going to be using a $1,500 start. You'll see how that works pretty well. Even losing days like nothing with a $1,500 start. Just always like it's annoying to have a losing day. It's annoying to have 3 losing days in a row. It's still normal retest, huh? That level. But yeah, balance. This might just hint up and then just chop again, which is the higher probability, I'd say. It did sweep some levels. I really was anticipating to like just get to those levels. Like this would have been probably. I'm gonna wait. More information.
Charts light my way. Levels form my own straight. Nasdaq futures on display. I don't chase trade.
If you look back every day, you will see that the trending days bounce of outer bands. Oh yeah, for sure. Like outside of, yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't really need a big trending move. It just needs to gravitate towards new highs or lows at one point. This is the lost. Squeeze him, Nasdaq. Squeeze him. Like, don't fail. Just freaking squeeze him. To close above would be freaking awesome. Thank you very much. Retest and go up. Or just go up. Squeeze him. Don't squeeze me. Squeeze up. I kind of want to add to it, but I don't deserve to add. Squeeze him, Nasdaq. Get him. Get them all. Get them all. This is the level that you don't want to see reject. Kind of want to trail 1R here, but kind of want to see a little bit more of a push. And trail that red bubble. Trail that red bubble. I think that was a valid one. Yep, that was a valid one. It's 1R. If it stops me out, it stops me out. I got a green trade. Holy shit, Nasdaq. Then here you see this is balance. Price moves out of balance. Wait for the close back inside of that balance. This becomes the failed auction, the safest close or entry would have been then what I did is wait for the close back inside of it and then stop low and then target up. NQ is going to go short sometime soon. Okay. Look at the last 30 minutes, fixed volume. Okay. Well, overall, the market is freaking consolidating. So yeah, at some point you will come back down. But again, like I need to be right in the next 2 minutes, not what happens in half an hour. So if overall on the big time frame, pressure is down, huge, heavily down, downtrend. Okay. We create a range. Price sweeps below that range and goes back up. This becomes a failed auction. You want to go back in balance, you're going to go to the other side of the range. Like here, even though overall everything is pointing down, you can go up. So same as here, you're punching against the high of the range. Like, okay, overall you could say it's going to go back down, but is it going to go next? Is it going to go down in the next 2 minutes, right? So I really have to see the switching behavior for me to go short against that move. Here pressure was up, like higher lows, higher highs. Yeah, for me to make it go short, yeah, at least it has to create a failed auction to the other side of the range, even on a 1 minute, right? So in this structure, if we confirm back down here, this will be looking weak, and then for a potential move back down, is just then I would go short. But that was not the case for me prior. You performed an analysis just like CRT. Who is CRT? I have no clue who CRT is. I have no clue who CRT is. Let me look up CRT. Candle range theory. Okay. Cool. I have to check it out. I will check it out. It just has to make sense, right? And it's things like this that keeps or should keep me more on the patient side until I see what happens here. Where I get in trouble is where I'm getting somewhat biased to one side and I see the momentum shift, and then before it gains back into that range, I try to get it earlier to get a better or tighter stop with a bigger size. And then she fails, and then it's usually the next one, and then she goes. So I kind of need to always wait for that. And I use this like on every time frame, like this, the SSP levels, it's the same thing, but like on a higher time frame perspective. The idea is the same. Developing volume areas. Yeah, that's something I don't use much. No, it's not something I use. Like developing would be, you'd be focusing more just on VWAP, right? So, which is very valid though. Like this is, if it's a ranging day, you're hitting second upper, it's probably a good place to take profits and or not look for longs anymore. Or short if you really want it, because I don't know if you know, but first deviation, this value area, that's like 70% where time has been spent, right? Percent. Nice, cool, very nice. And then the upper ones, like the third deviation, third one, this is third deviation, 95% of the price action is contained inside of the third deviation. So if price is hitting this or it's trading above, it's very likely not a good idea to go long. This is a very good spot for a reversal, as in here. So it is very valuable. I just don't use it too much. I don't use it. I use price action, or I'm gravitating way more and more towards price action. Even profiles, do the value and such. I like to use it as a narrative. Where are we opening up regarding to prior session? But like the POC, the value area, I don't really focus too much on those anymore. I like to focus more on what the price action is doing here. So for example, if this were to be a day, and for example, value area low would be here, a POC might be here, and the value area high might be here. Yes, that gives me an idea where price is somewhat, but I don't use those lines as a hard entry. I like to use the price action and follow the CRT method, whatever the CRT method is. Oh yeah, the candle range theory part. I just look at it as, is it a liquidity sweep? Is it a failed auction? It's all the same. It's all the same. Well, if I were to be shorting from this level, I would be holding on to it for it might be a good one. But yeah, soonest I would have gone short, or should have been going short, was around here though. Then a stop above. So probably still would have been in that trade, because that's not really a 1R for me. Or just, yeah. Same, but the developing volume high and low is moving in lines, and when price gets way above or below, then price moves back, or developing lines will move to price. Yeah, it's just how you want to read it, what you're used to. I'm just gravitating more and more to the simplicity of things. Because trading it itself in a way is hard enough, or we can make it super hard for ourselves. And the hard part about trading is not the trading itself, it's walking away when we have a losing day and managing risk properly on that main account, to not blow it in freaking 1 day or 2 days, or that 1 day doesn't freaking destroy like a week's of work or 2 weeks of work. That's the hard part. So yeah, whatever makes sense, man. Whatever makes sense. I'm really losing interest in trading it though. We basically sweat both sides, and I only got 50 points out of it. I'm still down 650. I did think my initial stop was way down low here, if I'm not wrong. So that could have been technically a winner, but I really don't like to see structure go against me like this. Yeah. Managing risk and emotions is everything. Yeah, I mean, that's the conquering the demons, man. Freaking demons. And I'm telling you, man, after 5 years, they're not gone. They're still freaking there. Like, as soon as you have configured the big trade tool. What do you mean, big trade tool? Better than no points. That's very, very true, sir. Could have been a loss. Could have been done for the day. Could have been no points. Could have been It was a good trade. It was a good trade. I'm happy also to not be greedy here and just take the 1R. Just, yeah, price action, because it's like that consolidating here, like the reversal. No shot to like get inside of the failed auction. Just a huge candle. Then I don't want to chase. This one too, after I got basically break even. Waiting for the momentum. Just get like a 70-point candle. Like, it's very annoying to have all the patience, wait, and then not have the opportunity to enter because you're getting freaking 70-point candles. And not even waiting for a retest of the candle, right? So, for example, entering or trying to enter on the failed auction. No shot here. Yeah, this could have been, but that would have been... The stop need to be here then. You would have gone filled here. Yeah, I know. Things to review. It's just that's also a different part. The difficult part about markets is they're always different how price moves. One day or like 1 month you could just use limit orders and you will always get filled, and then another time she will just keep ripping at your entries or entry locations and you won't get filled and all that. I don't think there's a set system that always gets it. It is what it is. I really need to find that option where I can disable translation. This is so annoying, dude. Moderator. There you go. Upgrade. See what we got here on the daily. We didn't go anywhere, right? Like, I think it's a good time to call it quits for trading at least. Price clearly is not going anywhere. Ideally, she continues up from here, and then squeeze towards the gap close becomes a thing. But yeah, I kind of need to wait, because at this point in time, if she closes like this is starting to look like a failed auction to the upside. And then we're obviously going to be doing the same thing we've been doing the whole time, like just range bound from those levels. I think tomorrow would be easier to read after PCE. She might be waiting for PCE. I don't know. She could. Pock. Where's the puck? You're talking about yesterday's profile? Yeah, from like, wait, I wanna draw. So I get to weekly. So from a weekly perspective, last week's low, if we start getting that, we will be gaining a lot of levels on the daily too. A lot of overnight levels, a lot of prior range levels. That would be looking really good for a squeeze of those shorts and a potential or direction into the direction of that gap close. And then vice versa, if I would be looking at structure here though. Probably if at some point we start closing below, rejecting, I'll be looking for that naked on a weekly, on the bigger time frame. if. But this, as you can see, this is high volume node. This is doing a lot of business here. Probably we are back at all-time highs by next week. Probably. Yeah, those dailies are contained between value. But how I would look at it, for example, it's at use. Same idea, same narrative, but then I would fine tune it with price action. For example, I would use this as a base and I would use this as a base. So from a price action perspective, for me, without looking at the profile, that becomes balance for me, value, but just a little bit more granular approach. I feel that's what I'm gravitating towards too. Yes, still using profiles, but more. And at this point in time, they're freaking lining up perfectly, right? So this is also a thing. I'm just applying the same tactics as I use on lower time frames and on my profile. So for example, yes, we're like in value, but at the same point in time, obviously the freaking profiles are covering my price action. I can't see what the fuck's going on. But this has been a thing why I was like removing it and then watching, right, what's actually going on, right? We are in value, but what happens, right? We created a failed auction to the downside, move back up. At this point in time, I wouldn't look at this as a failed auction. I'd still think the auction is to the upside from here, probably, until we start closing back below some levels lower. Not something I want to long to, but that's more how I want to read it, because if I just look at the profile, we're in value, we're more likely to be range bound. Yes, obviously, yes. 100 billion%, yes. But I'm missing a part of the story with the candles, I feel. Anyway, that was my rant. Yeah, for example, the POC would be a good line in the sand for the continuation up or down. That's somewhat around the level I'd be looking for price to fail. I mean, there's not a lot of structure here. This is 30 minute. Yeah, around that POC, this area. This 30 minute would close bad back under this. Then this becomes a zone of interest to reject, and then this whole thing would be a failed auction. But as of yet, I wouldn't look at it like that. I think the auction is still to the upside if I look at it from this point of view. Yeah. I think we can all agree that we are chopping. It's important to read too, right? Even though you don't, you just have to understand what price is doing. something very important too. Because as you know, man, 70% of the time, 80% of the time, this thing is freaking balanced. Yeah, I think the market is waiting for PCE. Not sure. Also, not sure when the next FOMC is. Oh, that's the way to start a new account. That's not updated. Trump is about to speak too. Wasn't that a thing? It said it earlier. Trump was speaking. Dude, someone should take their phones away. I think the next Fed meeting is this month. 14th July. No, July. It's next month. End of next month. Oh. By the way, just a little tip. I just realized this yesterday. Look at the pricing. You're not gonna find anything cheaper like my fund futures, even Apex, because they use freaking the fee and shit. You're not gonna find cheaper evaluations than on Earn to Trade these days, dude. It's crazy. Like the 200k one I'm doing right now, $220, right? For $6,000 drawdown. Yes, you need like 11k of whatever, but if you can trade this account and keep it for a month and fund it, then you're proving something towards yourself, right? Either way, I think on my fund of futures, you're not even getting 100k for $200, right? And that's like half the drawdown. Yeah, just a little tip. Yeah, and for some reason people just like to use 5 accounts to trade.
Yo, mic check 1 2. Streaming live from the hidden booth. Screens glowing in the dark where the real sharks make they
Yeah, I think overall it's ever so slightly becoming the best out there. They for a long time they've been like slacking on their account, like the profile, their webpage, their rules, the price of it. I think at this point in time, they're one of the best out there, really, just price wise. Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Rules stayed somewhat, yeah, stayed the same. Not sure what changed though. Yeah, the price was high. That was really the thing. That I think that was this is the game changer about it. That just the price is that like dude, freaking like $200 for 200K, 150 for 150. Like look at up other freaking prop firms. They'll just slam you with like a ton of freaking rules and I make you pay freaking double that.
Hideout, live streaming the heat. Monday to Friday, King needs to be. Deep charts too, see the order flow bleed. Big trades calling, fulfilling the need. Delta screaming. Volume profiles deep, options flow secrets, the promises I keep from the shadow.
The trading conditions are awful. Explain me what is awful. Because you need to trade it for 10 days at least. That's the only thing you could say. Only thing. Like literally the only thing.
The screens fade to gray. Another week conquered. Another payday.
And that's what people that start trades that are not profitable, and with not profitable I mean people that don't have the ability to show a live account, they have for like at least a year with profits and taking money out of the market. That's profitability, not taking payouts from a prop firm. That's not at all profitability. So all those people should learn to trade literally like that. They should use 10 days at least to prove that they can do it. And you don't even need to do it in 10 days. You can do it in less. You just need to push a button 10 days. All the other rules are just the same as any other prop firm, but less restrictions, literally. Like, for real, what is wrong with this? Only thing you could say here is that you need 10 days to trade. Like that's literally not a thing. Like even the reset of it is cheaper. You're getting $4,000 a drawdown on a daily loss limit, total of 6,000. You need to make 11,000. That's less than a 1-to-1. I don't know if that's I think that's good, right? Yeah, I'm not sure what you're getting at. I'm not sure. And then once you're live, you're live. Like you do you, right? There's no restrictions. There's no nothing. Yo, CJ, I think it's really the days needed to be traded. That's one of the things that other firms use as their thing, like the 2-day pause, the 1-day pause. It just turns into a gamble, right? That's what people try to do. Just freaking, like I'm guilty at it, like buying an account and just putting on 10 contracts and praying for the best. But that is not trading. That is not, as you know, CJ, that is not giving you the right habits. The right habits is to understand that you need whatever drawdown the account is, you need to be able to survive. I mean, 10 days is even too low. Like you need to be able to survive a month or longer in an account like that to prove that you are having the ability to trade and manage risk. That's the whole reason why prop firms are bad for traders, because you can trade for like how long we have been trading, CJ, for like 5 years now, 6 years, becoming 6 years, 5 years, whatever. In that period in time, if you don't stop using those prop firms, that mentality, in those 5 years, you would have not learned what you need the most. And as a risk management, I can't speak anymore, is to manage risk on those accounts for a longer period of time, right? And that's how I feel the transition in what I'm doing. because I'm doing the same thing, like one account and then just growing that and scaling that. That's the whole point. That's what I want to do. Is getting away from multiple accounts, churn and burn accounts, all of that. After all those years from doing that, I feel like I missed out on, or I wasted a lot of time, quote unquote, not learning and doing the right thing to become that trader I need to be. And I think it's a very dangerous path to go, because if you don't catch yourself, you will just keep going that path, and yeah, it's dangerous. Dangerous. I feel. My opinion. Oh yeah, for very experienced traders and people with a lot of money to buy them, yeah, they probably still get that. That's why you just need a firm that puts you live, man. Like after an evaluation, straight to live. No freaking bullshit on those freaking accounts. It's social media. It's the days where we're living in. You can't be mad at the casino, right? At the same time, it's providing us with opportunities. But if you don't see the traps, you could waste a lot of years without really learning the right thing to do. Because at the end of the day, the reading the candles and the order flow is not the thing you need to be focused on. You need to be focusing on keeping that account alive for like weeks, months. Yeah. What did he say that it's too high? I haven't read it. Like I'm still waiting for the reason why earn to trade conditions are awful. Yeah, I think TopSub got churned hard. I think there's a reason why they use that platform, TopSub, Top X or whatever it is. I think there's a reason. Apex. I mean, end of the day, they all show their cards. They can hide it, but they can run, but they can't hide. That was the thing I should be saying. All right, I've been streaming here for like 2.5 hours in a market condition that is freaking hard. Definitely could have been green. I'm happy with the outcome. It is what it is. And what I will do is I will force myself to not trade after I close down my chart. So meaning locking my account at minus 640. I could keep trading, I could get green, but bad habits. I should capitalize in the first 2 hours of the market open. It's not the case, so it's only $600. Probably do that tomorrow in one trade or more. So lock for the remainder of the session. Boom, locked. And then yeah, I'll do it on stream, the account, the bad and the good and the bad. Manage the risk. Prove that managing the risk is just all you need to do. That bad trading days, bad decisions are just part of the game, and managing risk on the account is the only thing you should be focusing on or putting your main focus on. But yeah, we'll continue to trade that account tomorrow. This is just not gonna help me to push buttons here. I'd rather save me the headache, save me some P&L to regain tomorrow. The lower this amount is, the better. I don't see the setup anymore. We swept both sides. Done for the day. See what I got here, and I would definitely fade. And I wouldn't have faith in none of these prop firms, but I'll definitely pick that one that looks the least shady. Yeah, and I think that's the one we are trading right now, like urgent trade. I think my fund futures too is good, but I think the pricing on urgent trade is just insane. If you can just accept the fact that you need to trade 10 days and not churn and burn in 2 days, that's a no-brainer. So yeah, I hope people see past that. Yeah, everyone does what everyone does, right? Either way, CJ, thanks for hanging out. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, probably half an hour before the open, somewhat, and do it all over again. After PC, hope this market trades out of balance, makes up its mind up or down. Yeah, I'll see it. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.